Hey babies, what's up my darling MVPs and how are you all doing? Welcome back to Sail with Mimiciously Mimi where you get a gist. I see they do waiting. I see they hurts. Of course you know there's no sleeping on a bicycle on this channel. If you snooze you do what? You lose. Are you yet to subscribe to this channel? Or are you still sitting on a fat, long thing? Kindly pause right there, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. If not, tell me, how do you want to get the gist brewing from the cooking pot? Like, how do you want to get the gist? I see they hurts. Coming from the Big Brother Nzansi page, it says, what are you looking forward to on the bbmzansi live show? Remember, Sundays are for Eviction Day, and then we're going to be seeing the handsome Lawrence on our screens. So what are you looking forward to tonight? Is it the table shaking questions, the evictions, Lawrence outfits? But for me, first off, is the table shaking questions, yes, because I know Lawrence will be asking a lot, and I think whatever he's gonna be asking might definitely shake off the, what's it called, for those who enjoy the, what's this dude's name again, MC Junior, yeah, for those who enjoyed Mark Junior and Lima's friendship, I think it will actually shake it off. Like I said on my previous video, based off on what Lima told Sinaye about Mark Junior being clingy. And then the evictions, at this point I am confused, because at this point I do not know how many people is leaving, because we have had 2 housemates leave during the week. So how many will Biggie be giving us tonight? And then for Lawrence outfits, no, I'm not really looking forward to that. If it was Ebuka, I'm always looking forward to what that one is wearing. But for Lawrence outfit, no, it's not really a thing for me this season. I just want to see the fine man on my screen. That's just it. So tell me, what are you looking forward to amongst these 3 options? Okay, let's operate in the comment section. Meanwhile, guys, you also know Sundays are also time for the housemates to actually go in their numbers and have what may seem as their final diary session with Big Brother. And then you all know that we have Willie, Mpumi, Lima, Z, Young Papi, and who again that is up for possible eviction, right? I think I did not mention one person's name. We have Willie, Young Papi, we have Lima, we have Z, and then we have Mpumi and Sinaye. So all of these housemates I just mentioned, we're going to be discussing about their diary session and the interactions they had with Biggie. So we're going to be starting with the first housemate who made his way to the diary room, which is Willie. Yes. Willie in his diary session was asked the mood in the house. He was like, the house is just chilled, the house is just cool. And then Willie was asked about Yolanda's disqualification. So really was like, it is a thing of 50-50 for him. It was kind of shocking, at the same time not really shocking, because the aspect that it was shocking was because this is the person that they were literally having conversation before Biggie asked all of them to come to the lounge. The plan was, after the whatever Biggie want to address them with, they would go back and continue with their conversation, and not to see that the person is no more in the house. And then from the other part, that whatever happened, she has been the person that when she gets intoxicated, she actually do spill some things, according to what Willie said. So that it was really not surprising when it comes to Yolanda. So he was like, it's a 50-50 something. And then Biggie asked him about him not being up, that he has been under the radar for a while, and then he has not been up for nomination. What does he think changed that made him up this time around? And he said he thinks the reason why he's up is because, number one, according to what Biggie said, he has been flying under the radar. He has been under the radar, and then people has noticed that and be like, yo, this boy has really not been up, so it is time we put him up. Secondly, people are actually feeling that he is winning too much during the arena tax, hence they'll be like, yo, this boy is winning too much, I beg, he needs to be up, he needs to go home so that other people can win money, because he's packing the money to himself. And he also said that the guest did said that too, so it may seem as though it gets to the housemates, hence they'll be like, no, we must put this boy up. And he then said, thirdly, that in the house, is looking like he does not want to engage in any beef or anything, because in the house everybody want to create drama, everybody want to do this or that, and he is not in that league. So it is giving, they think he's just trying to be in the good book of everybody, while that is not what it is. That is just literally whom he is. So according to him, this were the reason why he thinks people would put him up. And then Biggie asked him, which of the housemates do you think, among the nominated housemates, do you think will be going home today? And he was like, Biggie, I am not gonna lie to you, I think it is myself. He thinks himself is gonna go, because why? That in the house, all of these housemates are coupled. You see them with different couple. You see this person, Young Papi and Z together. You see Lima and Mark Jr. always in their corner, that they barely sleep these days. And then you will see Mpumi, who is always controversial, loud, and looking for one quarrel and motivational talks to give out whenever she's drunk. Willie is a case. And then you see him, who is riding solo, that it has actually made things quite difficult, because the housemates will be in their number having conversation, and you cannot go there to have conversation. Sometimes you intrude their conversation, they change topic, you're intruding, but because you need people to talk to, you have to go meet them, so it's making it look like you're falling out of place. And then if not him, it's also Sinaye, because Sinaye is also one person who is also going solo in the house. But he said that Sinaye might be different, because Sinaye was a bit laid back in the house, but later on he actually came out of his shell. But for him, he has been himself till day one. He's been laid back till day, so he do not know if people would F with him. And then he said if there is a third person, it's gonna be Liema, because he feels like Liema game has always revolved around Jarid, and ever since Jarid left, Lima is trying to struggle to make other relationship with other people, and at this point, it is looking like it is too late. Meanwhile, talking about Lima, I think Willie have been actually making side jokes about Lima leaving today. Even there was time Lima asked him for something, he was like, use it, it might be you using it for the last time. It's all a joke to him, but at the same time, this is his top three: himself, Sinaye, or Lima. Is Willie gonna be right? We'll soon find out, guys. So after Willie was Mpumi. Mpumi, in her diary session, Biggie asked her how the house has been. She said the house is cool, calm. It may seem as though everyone is accepting for the fact that they are in week 8. They've gotten to this extent on this game, so everyone is kind of chilled at this point. And then Biggie asked her about Yolanda's disqualification, and then she said a part of her feels so guilty about Yolanda's disqualification, because she was like, what if I never went upstairs? Will Yolanda be disqualified? Because whatever thing she said was said to her. What she's trying to say is, remember whatever Yolanda said, it was Mpumi who went upstairs to ask her, you called me, and then she was like, did I call you? Next thing she now said, I want to effing, molest someone. So Mpumi feels so bad that she wouldn't have gone upstairs, to engage in a conversation with her, because if she weren't there, Yolanda wouldn't have, said whatever, she said. And then Mpumi was like, though alcohol is not an excuse, but she just feel like she feel guilty, having conversation with her as at that point. And then Biggie was like, she needs to differentiate between the fact and feelings, that there is nothing she has to do with whatever that happens. So Biggie asked her the reason why she thinks she is up, for nomination this time around, as she has not really been up. She said the reason maybe is because of the house is now getting smaller, and people will be like, oh, this girl have been sitting for a while, let her be up, and all of that. So they had to aim their shots at her, hence she's up right now. So, and Biggie asked her the housemates she thinks will be going home, and then she'd be like, she is really confused at this point, but if she would actually say, if Biggie made it mandatory that she's going to mention Young Papi in the sense that she thinks Young Papi is holding back a bit, that Young Papi is really not giving out his all, so he feels that Young Papi is going to be the one. And then Biggie was like, okay, if she continues to stay in the house, what will she do different? She said she's just going to showcase herself. There is more to Mpumi people need to know, and not the Mpumi they know as the Mpumi that wants to snatch Jarid from Diema. I'm like, yo, wahala be like bicycle. So baby girl, you knew that was looking like a snatching thingy, but it is what it is. All of that made up the game and made the game interesting. So she actually said she's gonna showcase herself, that according to that she's gonna be living by her mom's words, even in this house and outside of this house. So after Mpumi was Sinaye in his diary session, revealed on the happenings in the house, especially after all the events of this week, Lerato leaving, Yolanda disqualification, and then he said to Yolanda disqualification that he feels so sorry for Yolanda, and that he even up to now he's still feeling sorry, that he hopes Yolanda forgives herself and learn from her mistake and then reduce alcohol intake, that she should actually drink responsibly. That is what Sinaye had to say about that. And then Sinaye spoke about the nomination. Biggie asked him, who will be going, and Sinaye said at this point that he is so confused, that previously that he would really try at least, but now with the people that are up, that he cannot even really say, oh, this is the person that is going or this is not the person that is going, but that it can be him, Willie, or anybody else, and at this point that he do not know, because people at this point are actually very like, oh, we made it to the certain time, and yeah, so it could be anybody at this point. So he was like, no, that he is not really looking at any name. So he's also spoke. Biggie asked him if he remained in the house, what is he gonna do different? He said he's gonna focus on mainly on the tax, the tax they're gonna give them, that last week tax, that is their wager tax, that he knew he did not do enough, so this time around he's gonna focus on the tax and everything positive that has to do with this game, and then Biggie asked him what is he gonna miss if he leaves the house, and he said he's gonna miss the game, and then he's gonna miss Biggie's ice cream. Okay, no. He was like telling Biggie thank you for everything, that he has had a lot of ice cream in days that he has not had ever in his life, and then he was just thanking Big Brother for the opportunity and how Big Brother has actually made this place comfortable for them to live in, that is hospitable for them to live in. So that was how Sinaye had his own diary session, and after Sinaye was Zinto Z. Z in her diary session was actually, Biggie asked her about the mood in the house, and baby girl was like, Big Brother, everybody seems to be okay. The people that are up, I have asked them how they are feeling about this nomination. They all seems to be cool, but at the same time, you cannot trust people. They might tell you A while they are feeling B. So at this point, I think everybody is just being themselves. And then Biggie asked her about Yolanda's disqualification, and then Z said she thinks Yolanda got what she deserved, that she got the punishment she deserved, because they've been telling her time without number that she takes a bit too much of alcohol, but whenever they tell her, it goes on deaf ears, and then it is in the rule book for them all to know that there are some things that is not right to actually say in this house, even outside. So these things are really wrong. So they are aware that those things are wrong, and then she did say, so she thinks she got a fair punishment, that what she got, she truly deserved the punishment melted towards her, and then Biggie asked her this one, that she is up, what does she think was different at this point? No, Biggie asked her how she has even stayed this far in the house, and she said she thinks people has gotten to like her person, or maybe she thinks people have gotten to like her gameplay. So when she said people getting to like her gameplay, people were like, wait, Z, have you been playing a game? So which is a game for you in the house? That's what fans have been asking. You never can say, maybe Z Papi is a game for her, anyways. And she said, and people have gotten to like her, that's why she's still in the house. And then Biggie asked her why she's nominated, and then she said because the house has gotten few, and then it is possible for housemates to just pick up one or two persons and be like, oh, these people need to be up for nomination. And then Biggie asked her the housemate that she thinks will be going home, today. And then she's like, Biggie, I am confused at this point. I do not know anyone that will be going home. And Biggie insisted, and she's like, Biggie, if I have to mention, I would say Mpumi, but I do not have any reason to actually put Mpumi that she's the one going, and then Biggie asked her if she remains in the house, if she goes, what will she miss? She said she'll miss the housemates, and then she'll miss the party. I think the party will be the tax, yeah. And then she said if she stays, that she's just to learn more, build herself more. She noticed that she's kind of nervous and anxious. She's someone who do not speak in the public. But right now, those are the things she's going to do away with, as she's having more confidence in herself. After Z is her baby, Young Papi. Young Papi shares the same sentiment with Z about about Yolanda's disqualification. According to Young Papi, she got the punishment she deserved. That if Big Brother had not disqualified Yolanda, he's going to feel it's quite unfair from Biggie's end, because Bravo B was disqualified because of same reason. So it is only right for Biggie to actually disqualify Yolanda too, because they had similar it was the same thing they spoke about, that warrants such punishment to them. So young Papi feels that, yeah, it is the right thing to do. And then Biggie asked him about him being up, after not being up for a while. And he was like, he feels that people actually at this point looking at people that have not really been up, and they are putting them all up. Just that was the same reason he actually made his nomination from, and he still feels so bad for nominating Willie. Remember, Willie is his bestie when it comes to the male, but young Papi did nominate Willie. So he said even as till this point, he still feel bad about Willie being nominated by him. So about people that will be going today, he is not even sure, so he do not really know, because at this point he really choke. And then Biggie asked him what he will miss if he tend to leave the house, and he said he's going to miss the housemates, having interactions with the housemates, and also he's going to miss, I think, the party. And then Biggie also gave him some words of advice before he left the diary room. After young Papi was Lima, the last but not the least. Lima revealing the mood in the house, that the housemates are just numb at this point, that she had conversation with few of the housemates that are up, and they be like, they are just there, they are not feeling anything. So it's just been like everybody is just there. And then Biggie asked her about Yolanda's disqualification, and then she said that Yolanda got she actually got what, as in the right punishment. That's, though Yolanda is a ball of that you definitely feel her. She said she will not use energy. That you definitely feel Yolanda's aura in the house. You get that she's somebody that you definitely feel her aura in the house. But seeing her go that way, but at the same time, she thinks at this point the punishment Biggie gave her was the right one. Like, according to what the rule says, that she deserved what she got. So young Papi, Z and Liam, I think they are the people who stand firm on what's her name, that, and even Willie too, stand firm that Yolanda truly deserved the punishment she got. So Tinaya was just feeling sorry for her. Pumi at the same time, was like that she feel guilty and all of that. So yeah, that was how they feel about Yolanda's disqualification. And then Biggie asked Liema about whom she think will be going this Sunday, and then she said, Biggie, all my guessing has been right at this point. I do not even know who will be going today's own. It's kind of difficult, that she do not know. Biggie kind of insists, and then she said if she's gonna make sure, she would say young Papi. She said she feel the same reason Pumi gave about young Papi was what she said. She said it may seem as though young Papi is a bit laid back. And the example she gave was what shocked me. I'm like, this girl, don't be a dog. What do you guys call itibody? But don't be a dololo, I be don cop. She said, for example, that young Papi still want to kiss her again, but yet he still, restricts himself because of Z. I'm like, oh, yeah, so you really still want to operate? You see why I said this girl is the topic? Like, she want to create what people will say about her. Like, she said young Papi still want to kiss her, but yet, because of Z's in the house, he could not do any of that. Hey, wahala. So Biggie asked her if she remained in the house, what would she do different? She was like, she thinks she would actually, open up to the housemate a bit, because she do not like it that the housemates call her last born, while in real life she's the firstborn, and she has actually gone through a lot that people do not know about, that maybe she thinks she needs to open up to the housemates, or probably just let them be and leave them with their insinuations. So that is what Liema had to say about her diary session. So guys, while we wait for the eviction, you tell me, whom do you think will be going home today? If there is one person going, who would that be? If there are two, who will that person be? Let me know in the comment section, because I'll be dropping my voice right here and now. To see you guys later. Bye for now, guys.